Madagascar's coup leader, Colonel Michael Randrianirina, was sworn in as the president to cheers, blaring trumpets and raised swords, days after taking control of the island nation in the wake of a youth-led protest that forced out his predecessor. Take a look.
Madagascar's coup leader, Colonel Michael Randrianirina, was sworn in as president on Friday. His inauguration taking place just days after the military took control of the island nation in the wake of youth-led protests that forced out his predecessor.
Today marks a historic turning point for our country. With a people in turmoil, driven by the desire for change and a deep love for their homeland, we joyfully open a new chapter in our national life.
Former leader Andry Rajoelina, who was impeached by lawmakers after fleeing abroad, refuses to step down while in exile. Both the African Union and the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres have condemned the coup. However, the High Constitutional Court ratified the army's takeover within hours of it happening. Randrianirina has said that a committee led by the military will rule for up to 2 years alongside a transitional government before organising new elections. Frank Lekaba, a senior lecturer at Wits University in Johannesburg, said the military's involvement in the transition of power has complicated the situation, giving it, quote, the hallmarks of a coup.
So if you don't manage the transition very well, you run a risk of losing investors, you run a risk of worsening, deteriorating the situation, of rebuilding the country and all of that. So I'm skeptical, but I'm looking keenly to look at what follows in terms of the protest now and the rebuilding of a new government, what follows. Then from there, I think I may have a little bit of optimism looking at what the new government will do.
With a population of about 30 million and an average age under 20, Madagascar faces significant challenges. 3/4 of its people live in poverty, and the average income is around $600 a month. Since its independence in 1960, the country's GDP per capita plunged by nearly half, according to the World Bank, making it one of the few nations to have become worse off over that period.